government's biggest plan after Air India crash. Will this be the end of such tragedies? An ordinary Air India flight, expected to be just another routine journey, suddenly turned into national headlines. In just minutes, a tragic incident during landing not only shattered the lives of passengers and crew members' families but also shook the entire country. Every news channel echoed a single question: could this tragedy have been prevented? And when the answer came, it was nothing short of shocking. Had the obstacles around the airport been cleared in time, this tragedy might have been avoided. That moment became a turning point. The government was forced to re-evaluate its aviation safety policies. Citizens raised tough questions. If prior warnings were already issued, why wasn't action taken? Why did it take a tragedy to trigger long overdue reforms? This incident became a painful yet powerful reminder that change should come through foresight, not through loss. And finally, it did push the authorities to act. Today, we are going to take a deep dive into what the government is planning now to ensure such disasters never happen again. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our important updates. So let's begin today's in-depth discussion without any delay. On 18th June, the Ministry of Civil Aviation released a groundbreaking draft regulation titled Aircraft Demolition of Obstructions Rules 2025. But this isn't just another bureaucratic formality, it's a life-saving framework, a policy that could define the future of air safety for generations to come. The objective is crystal clear: identify and remove any obstruction near airports, whether it's a building, tree, or telecom tower, that could pose a risk during the most sensitive phases of flight, takeoff, and landing. This move lays a solid foundation for ensuring the safety of millions of air travelers. These new rules empower the government with clear and decisive authority, which was earlier ambiguous or incomplete. Now, if any structure near an airport becomes a threat to flight paths, it can be dismantled without delay. This decision isn't just technical, it's deeply emotional. After a tragic crash that left the entire nation grieving, the government has taken responsibility, not just for what went wrong, but for ensuring that it never happens again. The rules will soon be published in the official gazette and will come into legal force. Once enforced, a nationwide survey will commence to assess the height and location of structures surrounding all airports in India. Under the Aircraft Demolition of Obstructions Rules 2025, a dedicated monitoring mechanism will be activated around every airport. Be it multi-story buildings, radio towers, or dense trees, if they exceed the permissible height, the government will have full authority to take them down. In the first phase, affected property owners will be served a formal notice asking them to submit within 60 days all relevant information about their structure, such as the site plan, building height, and legal clearance documents. They will also be required to declare whether or not they had obtained a No Objection Certificate (NOC) from the Airport Authority of India before construction. If a property owner fails to comply with these directives, the government will have full authority to take action. In such cases, designated officials will be allowed to inspect the site personally and, under proper legal procedure, issue orders to demolish or remove the obstruction. The inspection will be carried out during daylight hours, and prior notice will be given to the concerned individual. If the orders are still ignored, the matter will be handed over to the district collector, who will have the legal power to proceed using the same process that applies to removing illegal constructions. The entire operation will prioritize transparency and swift decision-making, ensuring that no compromises are made on safety. At the same time, the government has made it clear that citizens' rights will not be overlooked. If anyone feels they have been treated unfairly, they will have the right to appeal. An aggrieved party can file a petition with either the first appellate officer or the second appellate officer. To do so, they must fill out a prescribed form, submit the necessary documents, and pay a fee of 1,000 rupees. It is also clearly stated that the appeal will be heard within 30 days and the final decision will be made with full transparency. In short, the government is aiming to strike a careful balance, ensuring strict safety enforcement while also upholding citizens' rights and due process. The recent Air India crash served as the trigger point for this entire process. When the aircraft skidded off the runway during landing and collided with a nearby tall wall, a critical question emerged: are structures around our airports becoming a threat to flight safety? Experts were quick to point out that during takeoff and landing, every single centimeter matters. Even one misplaced tree or building could endanger hundreds of lives. This accident was not just a mishap, it was a warning, a lesson that simply cannot be ignored. Following this tragic incident, the government's priority became crystal clear: no compromise on safety, no matter the cost. These new rules are not just policy declarations, they are a national commitment, a promise that no flight will ever again be left vulnerable due to external obstructions. This move will not only help prevent future accidents, but also restore public confidence in air travel. Citizens will begin to trust that the government doesn't just respond after tragedy strikes, but is vigilant from the very first step of safety planning. The impact of these regulations will extend far beyond airports. They will influence urban planning, construction practices, and environmental design. Local administrations, urban development authorities, and property developers will now be required to ensure that every new structure poses no threat to the safety of airport flight paths. This mandate will be enforced in all metro cities and Tier 2 towns across the country, especially where air traffic is increasing and new airports are being developed. In effect, these regulations will become a foundation for future-ready cities, where growth and safety evolve together, not at the cost of each other. This move by the Ministry of Civil Aviation is not just a reaction, it is a vision. A mindset that says we will not wait for disasters to strike before taking action. We will be prepared in advance. These new regulations place India among the select few countries in the world that prioritize air safety above all else. And it is this very approach that cements India's image as a responsible nation, one that is not just focused on economic growth, but also takes full responsibility for the lives of its citizens. This decision will also have political, economic, and social implications. On the political front, it presents the government as proactive and responsive, not passive. Economically, it instills confidence among investors and airline operators, reassuring them that aviation safety is a top priority in India. Socially, it enhances the travel experience for passengers, giving them a stronger sense of security. For foreign tourists, this serves as a powerful signal that India is serious about its global standards. Ultimately, sectors like tourism, trade, and investment will all benefit indirectly from this bold step. Because in a modern economy, trust is infrastructure, and India is now building that trust brick by brick, rule by rule.
Has taught you something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.